Alrighty, I've set the rear main seal in. Got the lip facing towards, so it's going to end up being in there like that. Now this is a little trick that I picked up along the way of offsetting that. When you set it in there level, you still want a little bit of thin silicone, but when you offset that like that, it seems to help it not leak. So that's something I was doing and had good luck with, and I continue to do it. I didn't like the one that came with the gasket set. I found one of my old reliables. So that's all cleaned and ready. I did wash the crank down and scrub it out. So I got thinking he polished it after he hot tanked it, so it needed to be brushed out, and yeah, crud come out of there. So I mean, she don't look bad. A few scratches, but as long as they ain't high. And here's another thing. Look at that gear. That is the factory timing chain and gear. I mean, actually, if I wanted to, I bet you I could put the original one back in. Other than the fact that it's a neoprene. And where did I see it? The date code on this crank is let me see. Let's just sit you guys down. H20 of 77. So yeah, I've been thinking wrong. This is a 78 motor. Yeah, duh. But anyway, and I know I'll probably catch hell, but right here is what I use to put my motors together. I use them on the pistons, I use them on the mains, I use them on the camshaft. I started doing that and using that lubricant, white lithium grease there, or assembly grease, whatever they call it. And I stopped having troubles. I had one shop say, "Oh, that stuff plugs up the filter," and that. I said, "No, it don't. As soon as the oil gets warm, it melts and it turns into an additive with the oil." I said, I've had motors where I've ran my race motors, tore them down for a refresh, washed the bearings and put the bearings right back in and ran them again. This stuff, I believe by it. So just my personal preference, not saying that's how it's got to be, but anything I do on this is my personal preference and from my personal experience. So take it for what you want. If you want to listen to me, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. So this is just out here for kind of the kind of show what goes on to build the motor and why it costs so much. So the only thing I forgot to check was the time that I started. It's 3:10 now, and I'm just getting ready to set the crank in. And after that, I would be ready for the rods. Well, and also I took the Scotch-Brite to these too and shined them up. And remember, no oil in here. No oil, no nothing goes in there. That's dry. You set the main bearings in dry. They're on any motor, unless it specifies different. And that'd be the first motor I've ever seen. All the bearings get set in dry. Then before you put your crank in is when you put the lube on. So, but I'll get you guys set back up on the tripod and we'll slip some main bearings in and get the grease in, and we'll be ready to put the main caps on. And being it's again to be that late in the day, that might be a good time to call it quits on this for today. Yeah, so okay, well, I'll get you guys set up and we'll pop this in. So alright. Alrighty. Okay, so the plug is in there. I can't stress how much not to forget that plug. Threads have been blown out, cleaned out. All have been cleaned out, wiped down, blowed out, whatever. Let's see. Using sealed power main bearings is what I got. Kit. So, okay. There. There. I know they're not lined up yet. Okay. And there. And like I said, these go in dry. This is all dry fit right here. Line up. Your grooved ones go in the block itself. And there's a little tang here you line up. Push it down in until they flush. The rear run here. Sometimes that one takes a little persuading, and that's when you use a clean, soft-faced hammer. And just for hoops and giggles, I'm gonna I'd fall over too. Okay. Now, I'll get my bottle of lithium and that one will stay for something else. This should be a brand new bottle. Yep, brand new bottle. Crack her open here. That one had, depends on what I use this for, and that's what I do with these. So now that this one's going to be motor, and I know I've got more motors coming up to do, that's what I'm going to keep this one. But sometimes you got to shake it up. Yeah, that was better. And I'll smear this stuff on because you don't want to have troubles. So spread it out evenly or so. I know some of you are going, ah, no you don't. Well, like I said, I'm just doing what's tried and true for me and worked, and I haven't had any problems. So as we'll also prime this oiling system. So alright. One clean crank. Oh, ugh. Carefully set it down in there. Alright. Okay, get that down. Hopefully that's still good. And also on this block, I'll show you, I'll tell you right here, sometimes you got to set the caps on the rear. Well, this has got a self-winding pin in it, so it sets itself automatically. Got one of these fancy pants cans of silicone. When you don't use it for a while, it seals itself up. Let's see. Maybe it did. Oh, come on. Really? Don't want to come out, guys. Okay, it's cleared. Not much of a mess as what I thought this one ended up with, but the only reason I'm using the black is because that's all I got right now. So, okay. I don't know why I did that, but got a little dirt, surface rust I don't like, and it's right there in the oil passage. Yes, it'll go through the filter, but never to be too clean. What is that? Take one of my little cleaning brushes and brush it up. Alright. Okay. Now, there's the rear main. So, let's see how it goes. Like that a little bit. Okay. And it only goes in one way. That cut and that tang line up, so okay, now, and this is where you'd need just very, very little. You just need the wet. Come on. Well, maybe I'll have some silicone. Well, yeah, I got enough there. Just wet that area right here by the seal. I mean, just wet it, because you don't want a gob of it squeezing out into your now it's coming. Now I don't need it. Keep that stuff moving, otherwise it gets hard on you. Okay. Yeah, I got that wet. Plenty wet. Okay. Well, it's Whoa. Okay, let's spin that. Okay, now I'm ready. Got that there. Okay. That, I put it on the right way. Okay. All right. Can't be afraid to get your hands dirty either. Okay, oh, yeah, I gotta go get the bolts, so I'll go grab a couple bolts. Okay. I bolted. Speed wrench here. Come out nicely. And well. I'm going to have to look at my torques because I don't remember them right offhand. But, okay, now squeezed out there, so that should be ready to rock and roll. So I'll wipe down some more bolts and hope this is being fun. I mean, I know this is going to be plenty long today. Sorry for that. I'm over here wiping down the bolts and forgot to wipe down. And somebody's going to go, oh, you should have put oil on those. Well, all the years I've been building small blocks, I've never put oil in there because those are captured holes. And if you put too much oil in there and you try cranking your bolt down, it's going to give you a false torque because you're going to create a hydraulic. So that's why on this one, some of the small blocks, when they lighten up the blocks, the holes did pass through. There were small openings you could get by putting oil, but the ones that you can't see light through, I would not put oil in. And as I said, this is just stuff I've done over the years, and it's worked for me, so. Okay, then I got these stamped. This is number 4. 1, 3, and obviously, let's guess, number 2? Number 2. Okay. Now I can throw that box. Okay. Okay. Then also on your main cap, there's little arrows. they always point to the front, or if you done like I did, I always stamp them so as you read the number, that goes towards the front. So lithium, the assembly lube here. Number one. Two. Or another way to remember which way goes which, the little bearing tab should be on the same side. So if you put it in backwards and the tab's on the other side from which is in your block, then you know you're backwards. So then you just turn around. Two, three, and boy, this feels good doing this, guys, I tell you, and gals. No, guys, I got a few, I shouldn't say guys all the time, because I guess out there somewhere there's some gals that watch too, so thank you. Okay, now. Bolts. Actually, I guess I could have this motor built in one session, huh? Well, it'd take time to do the rods, and yeah, I got to Scotch-Brite those yet, and I might do that. I might do a little prepping off camera. So it's just there and ready to go. And actually, when I get this closer to being assembled, I will take and spray this with a little WD-40. Then as you tighten down each one, now I got the bolts in there, spin it, make sure it don't bind up. If it binds up, stop, figure out what your bindage is about. You should never have to force a motor to turn over. I'll show you here in a second what happened to me years ago. Show my cousin one. I'll show you what I did. And that one, I think, I don't know what I did there, but that one, motor I put together for him, I was showing. Yeah. I turned my cousin green, literally. And he's a farmer. He's pulled dead calves out of mama cows, and I turned him green. I'll tell you here in a second. Okay. I had one block one time that was a real good spinner. I mean, you could take this, and I want to be real careful not to do it. And you could spin it like that. And see where I'm grabbing on the outside.